See, it's a little gloomy this morning, but we are so incredibly excited to have professional tennis back in Newport, and I am joined by our number 2 seed, Sam Querrey. You're back in Newport, Sam, after quite a while. It's great to see you here.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Like you said, I think
Yeah.
I can't remember the last year I was here. I think it was
I
2015,
believe,
maybe
yes.
14. So it's been 6 or 7 years, and it's a great tournament, a fun place. Things are new here. They've got a new building over here I've never seen before. They've got new outdoor courts, so it's nice to be back.
Yeah, and speaking of new things, this is Chat with Champions. We normally hold this right over there in the Horseshoe Court. We have fans with us live. Unfortunately, that is going to be tough to do given our current situation. So we're hoping that in addition to having fans on the ground watching some tennis, if you'd like to hear from our players, you can check us out live on Facebook every morning this week. So, Sam, I'd love to maybe have fans hear about your upbringing, how you started to play tennis. Why did you first pick up a racket?
All right. I first picked up a racket when I was probably 4 or 5. My family, we lived in Northern California at the time, the city called Santa Rosa, which is kind of outside of Napa. Um, and we had like a little tennis and swim club down the street from our house, and my parents joined to make friends and kind of be a part of the neighborhood. And I would go there when I was 5 and do the kids' camps where it was tennis, and then you go play hide and go seek, and then you play tag, and that's kind of where I got my start. And I just kind of, I guess, something about the tennis racket and the tennis ball I liked, and now here I am, whatever, 20 something years later, still playing.
It's worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
How old were you when you knew you could be good?
I think I was about 12 when I knew I could be good. I made the semifinals of the 12 and under national hard courts, and then I won the 14 international hard courts. And at that time, I was like, all right, I'm good. I'm one of the best players in the nation. And the only thing I was thinking about, maybe not at that age, but then when we were 14, 15, was going to college and playing in college.
And how did that plan then change for you?
That plan then changed again, I would say, when I was 16 or 17. I was having some decent results in some international tournaments like the Junior French Open, Junior
Yep.
Wimbledon, Junior US Open. And then my senior year of high school, I got some wild cards into some challenger tournaments and was fortunate enough to win a few of those, and then got a wild card into Cincinnati and US Open and won a round. And at that point, I was supposed to start college, so
Yeah.
it wasn't actually a tough decision at the time. It was kind of obvious that I felt like I was good enough to skip college at the time and try things out on the pro tour.
Especially in the United States when fans are forever looking for who's going to be the next big thing. How did you handle that pressure? Because as you said, people had their eyes on you from the time you were 10, 11, 12.
You just got to go out and do the best you can, just like John Isner's doing, and Jack Sock, and Steve Johnson, and Taylor Fritz, and Opelka, and all these guys. It doesn't really matter what other people think, because if you go out there and work hard and try your best, that's all you can really control. I know we want to, especially on the men's side, a Grand Slam champion. The women are holding up their end of the bargain.
Sure.
But the men are trying their best, and hopefully someone here in the next few years can break through and win a Grand Slam.
Well, you have done pretty well yourself, Sam. You've been ranked as high as number 11 in the world. You've had wins over some of the best players to ever play the game. One of those that people have talked a lot about in the past couple of weeks was against Novak Djokovic at Wimbledon in 2016. And he, I believe, was number 1 in the world at that point, had a 30-match Grand Slam winning streak. We're all wondering, what does a player have to do to beat Novak Djokovic when he's feeling good on the tennis court? Did you go into that match thinking anything special? How did that result come about, other than obviously fantastic play on your end?
I didn't go in. I probably deep down I thought I was going to lose. It's hard to go into a match like that thinking, all right, I'm better than him, but
Sure.
when you're really not. It was a strange match. We had 4 rain delays. It got called for darkness, so it kind of was on the court, off the court, on the court, off the court. And things just kind of clicked for me that day. I don't remember the stats or anything exactly, but I do remember I feel like every time I was down break point, I found a first serve. And just kept battling. And, as the match gets closer and closer, the pressure is actually on him because I have nothing to lose. And, I think I maybe caught him in a little bit of one of those rare kind of off days that him, Roger, and Rafa really never have. And, was just lucky enough to get through a tiebreaker in the 4th set. And that's probably, if not the most exciting win of my life, one of the top 2.
So you mentioned something there. You said when it got close or when it got tight, the pressure was on him. I don't know that that's how everyone feels. I think if a player is lucky enough or plays well enough to get one of those big three, big four players in that position, they're thinking, oh my gosh, this is my chance. And it becomes this, a little squeezy, if you will. How do you prevent that?
I don't have a good answer for that. You just go out. I mean, for me that day, I, for whatever reason, didn't feel much pressure. I was playing well. I was finding first serves. I was just kind of going for my shots. If I missed it, I was okay with it. And the kind of more you get your teeth into a match like that, I feel like as an underdog, at least for me, I did feel less and less pressure. Kind of like, all right, it's 3-all, it's 4-all. You believe a little more. Now you believe a little more, and you just kind of keep growing that belief. And that's what kind of gives you the confidence to kind of get over the cliff at the end.
Very interesting. So on the subject of Novak Djokovic in particular, he's been the talk of tennis for quite a while now. What do you think he's capable, as somebody who has played him on the tennis court, who's seen it up close and personal?
I mean, the guy's incredible. I think I saw today he's won every Master Series twice and every Grand Slam twice, and maybe the only guy to do that. He looks like he could win 10 more Grand Slams right now. And the amazing thing is especially in these Grand Slams, like I was just kind of alluding to, he doesn't have bad days, really. He's just, and Roger and Rafa as well. I mean, for 15 straight years, they're locked in for almost every match, and that's what's the most impressive thing. But when he's playing his best right now, it doesn't seem like there's anyone that can beat him, and it's amazing to watch. And it's kind of cool that Roger, Rafa, and Novak now all have 20 slams, but it does appear that Novak has the momentum with him now to kind of take that lead.
It sure does. All right, switching gears a little bit, Sam, I want to talk about sort of this new phase of your career where you have a little boy. You're married to your wonderful wife, Abby, and you have little Ford. I shouldn't say little. He's actually gigantic.
He's like a little linebacker.
But so cute. He's here with you. I don't believe you've traveled that much with him prior to this.
We traveled a little bit. We went to the French Open last year. We made a brief stop in Russia. And then this is kind of the first tournament back where things are a little normal, and they're here, and we're at the tournament together, and it's been fun so far. And they're planning to come to a lot more events this summer.
Awesome.
And it's great to have my family back on the road with us.
How does that work in the hotel room? Are you guys able to sleep with him in the same room with you? That can be tough.
Yeah. So there's this thing called a slumber pod. So Ford, our son's name, he sleeps in the pack and play.
Okay.
And then it's like a tent that you put over the pack and play to keep it dark, so when he goes down at 7:38, we can keep the lights on, we can chat, we can do whatever we want, and he's in the dark slumber pod with the sound machine, and things are normal.
I feel like I need a slumber pod.
No, a lot of the other guys with little kids have them. They're a must-have when you're traveling on tour.
Unbelievable. Well, I'm curious what helped you make the decision to come back here this year. The scheduling is always, it's so difficult. You guys have so many things to weigh throughout the year. Why did you decide to come back?
I think part of it is I haven't played a lot like everyone else. And so this has always been a tournament that I've liked. The town is really fun and charming, and my wife and son are here. They've never been here before. Fortunately, in the past, I always did well at Wimbledon, so it made it tough to go from Wimbledon right to here. And then I also like playing on grass, and this is the one grass court event we have in the U.S., so I want to take that one opportunity during the year to play grass in the U.S., and this is that.
Awesome. One of my favorite facts about you, Sam, this is not tennis related, is that you're an obsessive cleaner.
Yeah. So
in addition to the slumber pod, can you give me any recs in terms of, do we have a cleaning gadget that I should be looking at? What's the latest?
It's a lot of vacuuming. It's like just a lot of vacuuming.
But the vacuum is key, though.
The vacuum is key. I've got Ford, a little vacuum. He has his own little Dyson vacuum. So he actually mimics me vacuuming, and he likes to vacuum himself 2 to 4 hours a day when we're home. So that's key. And in the hotel room, usually when we get into a hotel room, I'll tell Abby and Ford to kind of step aside. I'm going to unpack everything and put the suitcases in the corner and make sure the room is nice and organized and clean for the week.
That sounds amazing and like a service. I think if you wanted to make a few extra bucks, Sam, I think
if the guys on tour want me to come organize their hotel room, I'll do it.
Amazing. All right, I want to finish with a few rapid fire questions for the fans at home. First off, what's your favorite tournament other than Newport on tour?
go Indian Wells and Houston. It's like a tie between those two.
Good stuff. And in Houston, we actually talked about Houston earlier this year. We were so sad we couldn't be there. You mentioned, I'm trying to remember, was it the towels that you thought was sort of an unusual thing in Houston that you loved?
Yeah, they've got the great locker room
Yeah.
there with it's at River Oaks Country Club, and they've got great towels. I've stolen a handful of them in the past, and I still use them at home.
All right, on that note, is there anything here? I know it's been a while, but every little tournament has its sort of charm and its thing that players like. What is it here?
I can't name one thing like in particular, but it is nice to be able to walk from the hotel to the courts. Kind of the architecture around it.
Yeah.
They've got a new building over here that you guys can't really see, but it feels like it's been here for 70 years, and I think they built it 5 years ago. So they've done a good job of kind of keeping the charm around the tournament, where it still kind of feels like it's an event that's being played in the 1930s.
Favorite meal?
Something like cooked at home. I don't really cook that much. My wife Abby's a great cook, so just eating at home with her and Fuller and my family.
Favorite snack?
Favorite snack would be ice cream of some kind.
I heard your pre-practice snack yesterday. It was Famous Amos. Is that another favorite?
Well, I just happened to walk by a friend, Charlie, who you know, and he had the Famous Amos bags, so I grabbed 2 of them before I walked on the court.
Amazing, as one does. Got to have your energy. What's your favorite tennis memory?
My favorite tennis memory might be the Novak Djokovic match at Wimbledon. Part of it was just because it was an incredible moment for me, and part of it because it lasted 2 days, so it was kind of like a memory that I got to, it lasted over a 16-hour period, which was kind of cool.
Sure. What is maybe the greatest thing you've accomplished in tennis? The thing you're most proud of, let's say.
The thing I'm most proud of in tennis is probably making the semifinals of Wimbledon in 2017.
Good stuff. And we've been asking a lot of historical questions this week because we are at, of course, the Hall of
All right.
Fame. Who is the Hall of Famer that you would want to have dinner with?
The Hall of Famer that I'd want to have dinner with would be Roger Federer. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Sure, he's
Does
not.
that count?
He needs to retire
All right,
first,
all right, that doesn't count
Sam,
then.
and
I need a
he has
list
to
of
wait
Hall of
5 years.
Famers.
Okay, let's think back. I mean, I don't know if you're a Stan Smith fan.
I am a huge Stan Smith fan, but I kind of know him already, and we hang out a little bit. So
okay, so you want to save
I want
your
someone new.
Okay.
Oh man,
Could be
I think maybe I'll go Andre Agassi.
That's fair.
Again, I know him a little bit, but he's done so much post tennis that I'd love to sit down and have dinner with him and pick his brain on kind of what he's done after tennis.
All right, Andre, you've heard it here. Sam, thank you so much for joining us again. We're hoping the sun comes out later today, but I know you have an indoor practice session coming up. That's one of the benefits of being here in Newport is we've got grass courts, we have outdoor hard courts, as well as indoor hard courts, whatever floats your boat that day. But always a pleasure. Number 2 seed, and best of luck in your first match. Thanks,
Appreciate
Sam.
it.
Hall of Fame Open. We were just joined by our number 2 seed, Sam Querrey, and we're moving on down the draw. We have our number 3 seed, Yoshihito Nishioka. Yoshi, it's great to see you.
Great to see you.
First time in Newport. What do you think so far?
Yeah, first time in Newport. I didn't know the Newport is like this wonderful city. I went to a couple of restaurants, but like also that they have the wonderful seafood and so many good restaurants there. So I mean, I was so surprised. I didn't know the prices, so like for sure I want to coming back again, you know.
So do you have a favorite seafood dish?
I ate salmon.
Okay, salmon.
Yeah.
Good.
And then calamari.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you tried the lobster roll?
No yet.
You have to try the lobster roll before you leave. Yes,
Okay.
for
So
sure.
this is lobster's famous thing here.
It's one of the famous things, but
Okay,
the
I got
lobster
it.
roll and the sandwich, so
Okay.
good.
I will.
All right, now that we've talked about food,
Yeah.
let's talk about tennis now, Yoshi.
Right.
Again, great to have you here in Newport. I want to start, though, back at the very beginning, because this is an opportunity for our fans to get to know things about you they may not already
Sure,
know.
yeah.
I know your dad is a tennis coach. How old were you when you first picked up a tennis racket, and what did you like about it?
So I heard, I don't remember.
Okay.
Those, I'm like this.
So little you don't even remember. Okay.
So, but my dad and mom told me like you had a racket first time was 3 years old, and then like beginning so actually I'm lefty, but usually in Japan like has to be used everything righty.
Really?
Like a culture.
Okay.
Like a chopstick or whatever, everything.
Right.
But my dad was tennis coach, and then actually he was pro, so he know about the tennis, and then like if you do the lefty, that's advantage.
Sure.
So that's why he not gonna change to my right hand, just keeping left-handed, and then like that's why I'm still left-handed players. But I think that was lucky, and yeah, I mean. I don't remember about the 3 years old, but when growing up after, I had my 2 years older brother, and then like practicing together. Sometimes play each other against, and then like we fighting, because brother. But
Sure.
he was so nice, and then like I was like always I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose to you, and then like he was so nice. So, like okay like this, and then. Yeah, those are very important things I think for me. My brother was very important for my life tennis, and then yeah, growing up together, and then actually like when I was like around 10 years old or something, I wasn't fun the tennis to play.
Really?
Yeah, because
Why is that?
because I have a friends, and then like everyone's going to school, and
Sure.
after school everyone going to meeting outside of the school, and then like do something different. But I had to practice every day, so like I can't do something different with my friends. So sometimes the moment I was very sad, and then like why I'm playing tennis, you know.
Interesting.
So,
So
yeah.
how did you get over that?
If I win it, I mean, just,
Okay.
when I win into the tournaments, then like I feeling very confident, and then like I want to be pro,
Okay.
Then like I started to play tennis, then more fun.
So winning makes everything worth
Yeah,
it.
winning is very important. Yeah.
I want to ask a follow-up on the left-handed, right-handed. Was it seen? Yeah. Oh wow, we have the trash truck has joined
Yeah.
us today. Was it seen as inappropriate for you to be a left-handed tennis player, and how did you get over that, if so?
Yeah, I mean, lefty is a very not many lefty players in the world. I mean, tennis. So it's very plays very different style for a lefty and a righty, and but like one thing is worst thing is not many players like coming up, So like I can see only few players, but like righty players can be like many, like so many players there. So like if you're a righty, you can see that like your hero like so many righty players, but like I can see only like few players for lefty. So like that was very tough moment, and then like my dad told me like you have to watch Nadal or Verdasco or, but like I was Nadal was my favorite players,
Mm-hmm.
but he's like so strong, and like I'm very small. I don't have power like enough like him.
Okay.
So like I was trying to like this, you know,
Uh-huh.
when I was kid, like trying but like I started like hurt my elbow, and then like okay, I stopped doing this, you know. I don't have power enough, and then like I was thinking like who else I can you know the more teaching from.
Sure.
So like that was a very tough moment for Refty, I think for everyone too. But like I for sure they will have their advantage for this.
And then you found Marcelo Rios.
Yes, now I find the Mario series when I was 15 years old.
Okay, and then you were able to look at him and think, okay, I'm a little bit like him. I can
Yeah.
get inspiration from him.
Yeah, I mean I don't have like a talent like him, but like you know I think I can run many things from him, and then like the most I like to him is it's very fun to watch his
Yeah,
tennis.
entertaining.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to be like him.
And on that note, you mentioned Rafa. Rafa does everything else righty. Do you, because of the custom in Japan, do you use chopsticks with your right hand? Do you do everything else with your right hand?
Actually, yes, I do.
Interesting.
Actually, yeah. My grandma switched to everything my righty. So
Okay.
like, first I was having with the chopstick with the lefty, but my grandma switched to everything righty. But I don't know why I like to play the golf, but just when I tried to first time when I tried to do the golf, but already starting with the righty. So
Okay.
I don't know why, but like something. I think right now is everything using the righty.
Okay.
Yeah, only the tennis
Interesting.
is lefty.
You taught me something new today,
Yeah.
Yoshi.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of Japan,
Yeah.
all eyes are going to be on Japan in less than 2 weeks. What made you decide to come here to Newport to train on grass, getting ready to head into the Olympics in your home country?
Well, I mean, like now is very happy to be here because I didn't know like this place is wonderful, and then like I love the play here. But like after Wimbledon, I was thinking going back home or not, and then you know in Japan it's very tough right now. They're trying to make more roller cases, and then like it's very tough to going back home from England to Japan. So we have to be like 2 weeks quarantine at the hotel or something, like very tough quarantine we have. So then like I was thinking like if I do that, maybe I don't happy with that. So then like okay, I go into Newport, and then like you know I have a couple days off in New York,
Okay.
and then like meeting friends or whatever, and then just relax and then ready for here. So it was a little bit tough decision, but like now yeah I'm very happy to be here, and then I think it was a good decision.
All right, today is a big day, Yoshi. I'm sure you probably already know this, but today for the second time, you are the number one
Yeah.
men Japanese player. Congratulations on that.
Thank
but
you.
Obviously with incredible respect to Kei Nishikori
Yeah, sure.
and what he's done for tennis
Uh-huh.
in your country. What does that mean? I'm sure you looked up to Kei. What does it mean to now be the number one guy that kids are maybe looking up to you now?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, ranking is now is I'm a number one in Japan, but that's my ranking is doesn't change that much. Like I'm around like 50 to 60 and moving like this, and then like Kei just coming back from the injury, and then
Sure.
just you know he has to defend in the points, many defend the points, French Open and Wimbledon, so which is very tough. So I mean. Now he's like top. He's like 67, I think, but for sure he's more than better than
Yeah.
the ranking, and then like he's gonna keep playing the tournament for sure. He's gonna be like top 20 or something, and then like so now I'm number one, but like I don't feel actually number one because you know I doesn't have a good result yet, and then like my ranking isn't going higher, so.
More to come.
Yeah, more to come, yeah.
More to
I
come.
believe in too, but yeah,
Did you ever believe that you'd be in this position when you were a kid?
no.
No.
No way, no
Not
way.
in your wildest
no way.
dreams.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but like yeah, I mean, still, I think Kei is the best player in Japan for sure. So now ranking is higher, but like I want to be like number one player if I can. So I need to more good result, and I need to be more higher ranking, and then like I want to feel yes I'm number one.
Okay.
So I don't feel no yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. On that note, obviously, and also heading into the Olympics, there are so many eyes on you. How do you handle that?
Actually, I don't know. This is the first time Olympics for me, and I think I'm going to ask Kay. Like, what do you feel in? Like every time eyes
Sure.
on you, and then like he's a third time Olympics, so he know everything. So like, how do you feel in that? I don't know. I don't know myself as well. Like, how do I feel in if I when I play in the Olympics between then and like. But that's also I'm excited too because actually I don't nervous that much
Okay,
when I play in
that's
the
great.
tournaments. So like every tournament, actually I don't nervous that much. So maybe I going to nervous like so much because of first time Olympics and then playing the home country.
Sure.
So I'm not sure like what I going to do and what I fit in. So yeah, but that's very exciting to do as well, and that's the most enjoy. I think I want to be enjoy for that one, the moment as well.
Okay, I'm very jealous that you don't really get nervous
Yeah.
because that's very unusual. I think most people really get nervous
Yeah.
in far less situations where,
Yeah.
where you don't have the spotlight
Right.
on you. But what you just had one of those in the fifth set against John Isner
Yeah.
at Wimbledon. A lot of Americans were
Right.
watching that match, and on grass, people just assume that the big server is going to win.
Yeah.
What did that match say? What message do you hope that match sends to people who maybe think there's a type of body type to play tennis?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's way different to me and Isner. For sure, many people thinking like John is going to win because he had a great result on the Wimbledon. So actually, like I was thinking like when I see the draw, and like no way, I don't want to play. But I think everyone thinking too.
Sure.
For sure, yeah. But my coach told me grass courts you never know what's going to happen. So just try.
So you weren't nervous at all toward the end of that
Nah.
match?
Actually, like a couple match points.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
really
So
bit
Matt,
nervous.
if Yoshi gets match points, then maybe he gets a little nervous. But
Yeah.
other than that, you're very
Some
level.
some Japanese fan was hearing, but when they're watching my match on match points, I said like please. When I'm returning, like before
Please.
returning, please. I did say that.
I love it. Well, your prayers were effective. Fantastic. Well, no, it was a lot of fun to watch. I also, after you won that match, Yoshi, I texted a friend who works in tennis, and I said nobody gives better match point reactions than Yoshi because you just look so excited and so happy.
Yeah.
Do you have any personal sort of Hall of Fame at home where you have photos of some of those big moments in your career? Where do you keep that sort of thing?
Well, I mean, like, I think I'm very emotional player. Actually, like many Japanese players were a little bit like quiet or like K sometimes doing like very emotional, but like usually he's very stay calm,
Right.
you know. But like I always like emotional, sometimes angry, sometimes very happy. But I think that's a very my strengths as well.
Yeah.
When I was from kids as well. So that's why I think I can beat the big guy too, and then like I can play against the top players with my height. So yeah, I mean that's coming from the kids, and then like my dad trying to never change with this.
Nice.
So
So your dad knew. He knew what things to draw out of you, what
Yeah.
things to keep.
Yeah,
Very
I think
cool.
he knew what's I need to keep doing that, and then like to be the top player. So
Very
yeah.
cool. All right, Yoshi, we're going to finish with some quicker questions for you, some rapid fire, so the fans can get to know you a little bit better. On this note, what is the thing that makes you happiest in life?
in my life.
in your life? Could be on the court or off the court.
Wow. My life is motto is what I want to do is just be like everything fun. That's
Okay.
most important in my life. So actually, I don't have like this is most thing. I want to do like try to do many things. Never I did. So that's I feel happy
Nice.
for me. So like
Trying new things.
yeah, trying to new things. That's the most makes me happy. So right now, yeah, I love to play golf or some other sports as well. But like,
Yeah,
just,
lots of things.
yeah, I mean lots of things,
Yeah.
and then it's, I want to know like what happened in the world. I never didn't. So I just wanna know about other things, and then like just keep trying to.
And here we call it a pet peeve, but it's like something that annoys you. What's something? So we hear about the things that make you happy. What's something that really annoys you?
Noise.
Annoys, like irritates or bothers you.
Oh.
Something that makes you unhappy.
Bubble.
Oh, the bubble. Fair enough. Well, yeah, because you guys have been doing it for a long
Yeah.
time.
I know. So like yeah, I know one thing is make me happy is travel.
Okay.
Sightseeing.
Okay.
Watch new things like here. I never come here visiting here, but like I see the many things new, and then went to the first time the great restaurant or whatever. So that's what makes me happy. So if I can't doing sightseeing, going to other countries, that makes me bad.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. What is your favorite tennis memory?
Favorite tennis memory. I play against Roger in U.S. Open.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
And then yeah.
Other than your new favorite tournament, Newport.
Yeah.
What's your other favorite tournament?
Newport.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like it. We seafood, good restaurants, and
Yeah.
grass courts, and Yoshi's
I mean,
coming back.
and then like
every
this
year.
is the first tournament never bubble.
Okay.
That's
well,
why.
there you go. Okay.
In 2 years,
Fair enough. That's absolutely true. And you got to learn some new things. If you can tell the fans who are watching, what is the new thing that you learned when you came here about the U.S. Open? On that court up there, you were telling me.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So here's the first U.S. Open tournament in history, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
1881. I believe.
1881.
This
Wow.
is where it started
It's
off.
very history place.
Very cool. And finally, Yoshi, what is the coolest thing that you have been able to do because you're a professional tennis player?
Coolest things.
Yeah. So the most when you were in the situation, you were thinking, "Oh my gosh, this is really cool."
I think when you play in center court and then everyone cheering me, that's a very happy thing. So like I had a couple times, but like I still remember the one thing is when I played in the French Open, it was not the center court, but like it was big court, and then I play against Verdasco. Then like I lost like 5-7 in fifth sets. It was like 4 hours, around 30 minutes. That's just I coming back from knee injury.
Yeah.
Then like it was a very very tough match. I was winning 4-2 in the fifth set, and then I started cramping. Then like I can't move anymore, but I just keep trying to do, but I lost. Then like the moment like the many fans was watching our match, even Japanese were also the like French people as well, but everyone called my name, Yoshi, 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 and then like I was like crying, but like that was very happy, and then like that's I think every player is happy when the moment. So.
Sure.
I think that's the most cool thing.
Good stuff. And you have quite the story, Yoshi, with the comeback from tearing your ACL after you were on your way up. So a lot of perseverance here. The other interesting fact about Yoshi is he has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So before we go, Yoshi, what is your YouTube channel? Is it just your name? How can people
channel
find
is
it?
a Yoshihito channel.
Okay.
I just posting the new video is how do I doing before the first match started. So like I keep doing a video. I'm taking a video before 5 matches started against John Isner.
Okay.
So
okay.
I think that's very interesting.
Very interesting. So
Yeah.
you can check it out on
Yeah.
Yoshi's YouTube channel. Yoshi, we're very excited to see you on the court here in Newport. We're so glad you're enjoying yourself. And you can join us back every morning this week for more Chat with Champions. We'll see you then.
Thank you.